All right. So when we're dealing with some of these dynamics, come on, Tudor, you have to remember that there are massive issues behind issues. There are issues behind issues. What's really going on with bond paper? What's the real issue? What's the issue? And the little man in the street, that's you and I, we don't have the capacity to move our money out. But I can guarantee you, the big guys with big money have been shipping money out this week or a month ago. I'll say something here in a minute. George Orwell, and I recommend this book as Book of the Month, Animal Farm. Read it. You'll find our culprits in that book. It is an allegoric book on the Bolshevik Revolution, how the animals gather and have a meeting to overthrow the Tsar of Russia because they are sick and tired of being in an abusive system. But what happens is they replace one abusive system for another. The things that they were against, they now do. What they fought for or fought against, they now imposing on their people. I'm talking about Orwell here. And so Napoleon and Snowball, the leaders of that mess, they enter into the farmer's house. And then Major and the sheep, one day, they see Snowball and Napoleon and Squealer walking on two legs. And one is smoking a cigar. And then we say, but you were against cigars. And the one says, Vandi traya. Vandi testa. In other words, we're just testing. And we'll tell you if it's good or not. And then they see one holding up a cognac glass. Drinking a cognac, smoking a cigar. And they're saying, but we fought against that stuff. But what we fought against, now Snowball and Napoleon are doing what they fought against. Of course, I'm talking about Animal Farm. We know who Napoleon is. We know who Squealer is. We know who they are. Here's my point I want to make here very quickly because I'm not going to get time here. Because of turmoil in the ocean and challenges we do have, and I won't quote the other pieces I have here, because of turmoil in the ocean, you have to understand, sisters and brothers, go to slide number 19. You cannot turn a big ship like you are turning a speedboat. You cannot. You cannot. Now, as a single man, it's easy to turn. But when you get married, your ship is bigger. You can't just make a decision and turn because it's going to take a while to turn. You can't turn a country by just one decision overnight. This is not a speedboat. It's the people's lives here. This is a future here. It takes a long time to turn. A speech doesn't turn a nation. It is a strategy that turns a nation. Yeah, I mean, if you're running this is not running like a little tuck shop here. You got a big company. You can't just, in the middle of the night, if you have directors, suddenly you're changing the direction of the company and messing up the shareholding. You can't do that. Zuma, you can't make a speech because you are going to impede people investments. Like Michini Wami or Mandla Mandla. That means jack if I'm losing R1 billion because of your silly little speech. And we have to learn this. I'm pastor and bishop of this church. And there are many things that we do on a cosmetic level. Like we decide the kinds of music we're going to do, the tone and the temperament. But in terms of the culture, the structure, and the systems we have, I don't have a right to make that turn without consultation. Because we are turning a massive ship. Zimbabwe is a big ship. And one person can't just decide, we are changing number plates. One person, we are changing number plate. You and your number plate. Everybody must have a triangle. You must have what do you call those things that they, fire extinguisher. One person. So, for Vo, it's easy for Vo to get a fire extinguisher. But what about that individual that just after 8 years have finally crossed the $2,500 mark to buy a car? Now suddenly you have to park your car because you can't find an aerosol. Daneta. Daneta. Sindiniwe. Sindiniwe. Zimbabwe is not a speedboat. It's a massive ship that has to turn slowly. What the hell is going on out there? You are welcome to stay for the second service.